Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about money, specifically how to take absolute, complete control of yours. If you are just totally fed up with financial stress, well, you're in exactly the right place. We are unpacking renowned expert Deepak Bajaj's Ultimate Personal Finance Masterclass. And listen, this isn't some cheesy get-rich-quick scheme. No, it's a fascinating, highly structured, 7-step blueprint for taking charge of your financial destiny.
So I want you to ask yourself this question and be completely honest. Do you want financial abundance and real passive income? I mean, it's the universal dream, right? We all want to reach that sweet spot where the anxiety of paying bills just vanishes, where economic instability is literally a thing of the past, and where our money is actually out there working hard for us, instead of the other way around. But really, how many of us actually know the exact chronological steps to get there?
Well, this quote brilliantly illustrates a surprising truth, and it totally shatters that whole myth of instant wealth. It says, passive income is not a magic trick, it's a result of systematically growing yourself. You don't just wake up one morning with passive income because of some lucky stock pick. True wealth is built step by step. It requires growing your mindset, growing your skills, and frankly, following a strict system.
Okay, so here is our roadmap for today. We're going to hit 1, the passive income reality, 2, Phase 1, foundation, 3, Phase 2, complete protection, 4, Phase 3, wealth creation, and 5, your financial action plan.
Let's jump right into part 1, the passive income reality, or why active income absolutely must come before passive income. Here is a crucial, foundational point. If you do not have a solid primary income, just forget about investments. Forget about passive income entirely. Bajaj emphasizes this harsh truth. You absolutely have to secure a rock-solid active income before you even start dreaming of passive wealth. If you try to bypass this step, literally everything else you build is going to collapse.
And that brings us to Phase 1 of our financial ladder, the foundation. This focuses entirely on building and maximizing that primary income.
So these are the first 2 rules. Think of them as the absolute bedrock of your financial house. Step 1 is to secure that solid primary income. Step 2 is to ensure continuous growth within it. Because without these 2 steps, you simply do not have the surplus cash flow you need to trigger the rest of the wealth building process. It's really that simple.
Let's clarify exactly what we mean here. Your primary income source is your average monthly active earning from the last 6 months. So, whether you have a 9-to-5 and earn a salary, maybe you're professional like a lawyer earning fees, or you're in sales living on commissions, just calculate your average over the last 6 months. That number, that is your starting point. And no, that one-time lucky hustle selling old furniture online, yeah, that doesn't count. You need to make absolutely sure this source is stable.
Now, here is a fascinating mythbuster from the masterclass. We all hear people talk about job stability, right? Well, Bajaj points out that stability is a total myth. I mean, maybe it existed 100 years ago, but definitely not today. The reality is, you are either growing or you are declining. Remaining stagnant actually means you're falling behind, simply because the world around you is constantly moving forward. Going up requires real effort. Going down happens automatically. And this is exactly why Step 2, continuous growth, is so vital. Just look at who gets fired during layoffs. It's the people who are incompetent and have a bad attitude. Now look at who rises to the top. Those who are highly competent with a massive growth attitude. To secure your foundation, you've got to continuously upskill, show real commitment, and strive to be in the top 1% of your profession. That is the only way you guarantee your primary income keeps going up.
Okay, so once you're making great money, we enter Phase 2, complete protection. This phase is all about ruthlessly shielding your newly created wealth.
So here we introduce the next 3 rules of the masterclass. Step 3 is building an emergency fund. Step 4 is securing term insurance. And Step 5 is getting a robust Mediclaim policy. Together, these 3 steps form an absolute impenetrable shield around your hard-earned foundation to protect it from life's unpredictable disasters.
Let's start with Step 3. An emergency fund is money securely parked away for instant access during a crisis. The absolute priority here is safety, okay? Not high returns. This is for when life has that funny way of breaking your fridge and your car in the exact same week. You have got to make a habit of saving a portion of your income the second it hits your bank account. And as your income grows, the percentage you save needs to grow right along with it.
So how big should this fund actually be? Well, you should aim for up to 18 months. Specifically, 12 to 18 months of your monthly expenses should be sitting securely in this fund. Believe me, it gives you the ultimate psychological peace of mind when life decides to hit you hard.
Now, here is a surprising, contrarian truth. You'll constantly hear endless trading gurus out there telling you that fixed deposits or FDs are useless because the returns are too low. Listen, ignore them when it comes to this specific fund. FDs, or very low-risk mutual funds, are absolutely excellent for your emergency fund because of their high safety and instant liquidity. This money is not for trading. It is your financial parachute.
Moving on to step 4. You must buy term insurance. This is a pure protection plan. It offers a massive lump sum to your dependents if you pass away. And if you survive, you get nothing. Zero. People avoid this all the time because they're always asking, well, what's in it for me? But you have to understand, this isn't an investment for your personal returns. It's a completely selfless act to ensure the people who depend on you never have to worry about money if you aren't there.
The golden rule for your term insurance coverage is that it should be 15 to 20 times your current annual income. Secure the maximum amount you can get and lock in that premium. This is how you ensure your family's lifestyle is completely, fully protected.
Step 5 is your Mediclaim, or your health insurance policy. Please do not settle for some tiny $50K coverage just because you want to save a few bucks on premiums. You need a comprehensive policy for your entire family, your parents, your spouse, your kids. Why? Because literally one major hospital visit for a serious illness can instantly wipe out years of your hard-earned investments. Shield your wealth with robust health insurance.
All right, now that our income is maximized and totally protected, we are finally ready for Phase 3, wealth creation. This is where we build the passive engine.
Let's move to these final steps and see how this builds your wealth engine. Step 6 is to invest with conviction, and Step 7 is to build a diversified portfolio. Now notice something here. Actual investing is Step 6. Most people out there try to make it Step 1, which is exactly why they fail.
For Step 6, when you finally start taking your monthly surplus and investing it, you have to choose instruments based on your own knowledge and conviction. Whether that's real estate, the stock market, mutual funds, gold, commodities, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you understand it. Please, don't be a passive investor who blindly follows tips or chases some trend just because your neighbor did. Be an active investor who actually learns the market before parking your money there.
And finally, Step 7. Once you've mastered one asset class, you need to diversify to manage your risk. Think about balancing things out, maybe a mix of real estate, mutual funds, gold, and fixed deposits. By adding different asset classes together, you create this incredibly powerful wealth engine. And here is the magic moment. When the income generated by this diversified portfolio out-earns your monthly living expenses, you have officially achieved true financial freedom and real passive income.
We have covered a lot of ground today, which brings us to the final part of our explainer. 5. Your financial action plan.
I want to leave you with a really vital question to think about. Which of these 7 crucial steps is missing from your financial ladder right now? Is your primary income stagnant? Do you lack a proper emergency fund? Have you been throwing money in investments without a term plan protecting your family? I want you to identify your immediate weak spot, stop passively watching, and take action to fix it today. Keep systematically growing yourself, and I promise you, the wealth will follow. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep building.